Hi there. I just got off a coaching call and I felt compelled to talk about this. There's so much going on in our planet. We're having to stay in a high vibration of love. Otherwise, our world around us becomes chaotic. So if you're having issues staying positive, I have free resources on the internet. You can Google Jennifer Elizabeth Masters free energy clearing, and I have 2 on YouTube, and I also have energy clearings available on the web. So why do partners cheat? And having been on both sides of the equation, I have been a cheater and I've been cheated on. So this makes me a really great coach because I have tremendous empathy for my clients, for both people. I have a deep understanding for what you're going through. So let's unpack. Why do people cheat? What leads someone in a relationship that you've been in, let's say 15 years, 20 years, or even 2 years? What leads someone to want to cheat? Well, first of all, if they're being criticized, if their needs aren't being met, if they're not being appreciated, if they're not being told they're beautiful, handsome, lovely, wonderful, smell good, taste good, if we're not having regular love-making sessions, and I'm talking not just once in a blue moon or once a week, I mean regular, having deep conversations, if we're stuffing stuff under the carpet, if our partner is too triggered to be able to hear us and gets defensive every time we do bring up a subject, if we're not open as a partner to hear what our partner is telling us and we become defensive, that comes from a place where we're insecure, we don't feel good about ourselves. And so that's why doing personal inner work to heal the past trauma, because most of the issues that come up in relationship are not really from right now. They're from way back when we were children, when we didn't get the love we needed from our mom, and maybe our dad abandoned us, or maybe they didn't have time for us because they were working too hard. It could have been something as simple as that. People cheat because their needs aren't being met. They feel justified. Somebody else is giving them the attention they need, and they start having heart-to-heart communication. They start speaking about things that are meaningful when maybe at home you're too defended to talk about something deep. So that's why you need to do this inner work. Love yourself completely, and this is what I help you do. Come to a place of deep reverence, love, sovereignty, where you're bulletproof. It's a beautiful place to be. Right now, relationships can be more meaningful, far deeper than they ever were. The days of robotic, hi honey, I'm home, and the meal is prepared and set on the table, that with 2 parties working, it's not happening like that. We're not in the 50s anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore. And so we need to change the way we relate to one another. We need to open up and be honest, speaking our truth. Because if we continue to shelve stuff, stick under the rug, shove it under the rug, ignore, you need a bigger rug for one. And 2, the relationship is going to suck. And it only takes one person to want to make the relationship work. Only one person. So it's time to re-up our relationships. It's time to step up into a higher truth of who you are, into your sovereignty, a wellness place of love, appreciation, and joy for one another and for ourselves. and to love yourself enough that you can stand in the truth, stand in your fire, and tell your partner, I feel like you're being unreasonable. I feel like you're not listening to me. I don't feel heard. I would like it if you could listen to what I have to say, and do so with an open heart. Can you listen to what I have to say without judgment, without criticizing me? You know, we see things through our filters, and each of us has a different set of filters. You know, my relationship skills come from seeing what my parents did. You know, they were married a long time, 49 years, but they didn't talk. I mean, yes, they talked about daily stuff, the weather, the birds, what they are going to have to eat, or what my mother bought at the grocery store. But they didn't have these deep conversations where my mother would say, honey, I've prepared your meals, your children's meals. I've raised your children. I would like us to be partners. I don't want to be your slave, your servant. Can you help me with the dishes, please? You know, you eat at the table. How about us doing the dishes together? Let's make it fun. Let's have a glass of wine while we do the dishes. It's important for us to relate as equals. For men and women, women and women, whoever it is, whatever the dynamic is, we meet together as equals. One is not better or bigger or stronger than the other. This is not about who's better. It's not about who's more right. Because if you focus on being right, you lose the relationship war. You lose. And love means it means sharing from your heart. It means speaking your truth. It means being vulnerable, allowing your partner to see you without worrying about them seeing your dark, shadowy parts that you don't love. You know, we all have shadowy parts. We're light and dark. But you know, we cannot grow and evolve without being able to look at these parts of ourselves that we don't like. So when we start to shed awareness on them, when we start to shine the light of awareness, things start to shift. And when we can look at ourselves with honesty, you know, I know truth hurts. I will share with you that a long time ago, I grew up in a very negative family. It's hard to remember, but they were very negative. My dad was a curmudgeon. I used to call him Scrooge, and my mom was very critical. So, I love my parents, but that was the era. That's what they were. And so, when we have parents that are very negative, we have a negative happiness set point. We have to work twice as hard to stay up and in this place of joy, happiness, love, appreciation. But the fastest way to do that is find gratitude for your partner, gratitude for what you have, gratitude for being alive, gratitude for being healthy. And when we can start to find gratitude for what we have, we see things differently. When we start to compare, well, I wish I had that house, I wish I had that husband, you don't know what they have going on. And what I'll tell you is, coveting what other people have comes from a place of not feeling enough. And what I will tell you is, usually when we look at somebody else and think that they have something we don't, they don't. They really don't. So why not make the relationship that you're in the best one possible? By being the best you, the best partner, be the love you wish to find, like Gandhi said. And the more loving that we can be for us, the more loving that we will be for others. But it all starts here. Nobody else is going to make us happy. We have to make ourselves happy. Marriage isn't going to make you happy if you're not happy with yourself. Success isn't going to make you happy if you're not happy with who you are. So all of these things, I hope they helped. Be love. Know that you are loved. Use the mantra, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. Because you are. The sun loves you, the moon loves you, the stars love you, the earth loves you, God loves you, the universe loves you, the trees love you, I love you. I could go on. You are already loved. There's nothing to do. You're already loved. All right, my dears, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the hearts. Thank you so much. And if this helped you, share. I know sharing is caring. And I have free resources out there. Google my name, Jennifer Elizabeth Masters, free energy clearing. I have all kinds of relationship info, narcissist info. I have over 1,100 blogs out there on self-love, relationships, and happiness. I want you to step into the truth of who you are so that you can have the amazing life and business of your dreams. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thanks for watching.